pleasant and blessed day to all of you, my dear viewers. Welcome to Ma'am Jack's Math Tutorials. Our topic for today is about solving routine and non-routine problems involving factors, multiples, and divisibility rules for numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. But before we proceed with our first problem, let me tell you the meaning of routine and non-routine problems. When we say routine problem, it is a type of problem in which there is an immediate solution, or there is no hidden question or questions, or it only involves one operation. It's either addition only, subtraction only, multiplication only, or division only. While non-routine problems or problem is a complex problem. It now involves two or more operations, or there is a hidden question, or there are hidden questions in the problem. Let us also consider the following steps to solve a problem. First one is for us to read and analyze the problem. How do we do that? Of course, by identifying what is asked in the problem. Then after we identify what is asked, let's identify what are the given facts in order for us to solve. Okay? That's very important. And then, after identifying what is asked and what are the given, it is now time for us to plan. Okay? When we say plan or planning on how to solve the problem, it involves what are or what strategy is to be used. Okay? So let's have the first example. The first problem is there are 36 pupils in the class, and Mr. Pascual wants to split up the class into equal groups for doing math activity. In how many ways that Mr. Pascual can split up the class? And what are the different ways? So, there are two questions here that we need to answer. Okay? So, what are the steps in solving problem? First, reading and analyzing. So, in analyzing the problem, let us identify what is asked. Okay? So, what is asked in the problem? We have two, as what I have said a while ago. So, first one is, in how many ways that Mr. Pascual can split up the class, and what are the different ways? Okay, let's write it. We have in how many ways that Mr. Pascual can split up the class, and the second question is, what are the different ways? After analyzing or identifying what is asked, what's the next step? Yes, we have to identify what are the given facts, or what are the given. So, going back to our problem, what are or what is the given fact? Yes, we have 36 pupils. Okay. After identifying what is asked and the given facts, the next step for us is to what? Yes, plan. Plan on how to solve the problem. So let us identify, or let's have a strategy on how we can solve it. So in our given, we have 36 pupils, right? And the first question is, in how many ways can Mr. Pascual split up the class? So, let's solve it first by using the divisibility rules for numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So, let's identify if 36, okay, this 36 refers to the pupils, huh? So, if 36 divisible by the following numbers. Let's identify. So 36, is 36 divisible by 2? What is our rule for number 2? Ends with, or the last digit is an even number. So since 6 is an even number, therefore 36 is divisible by 2. So let's check. How about number 3? Is 36 divisible by number 3? What is our rule for number 3? Add the digits, and if the answer or the sum is divisible by 3, then the whole number is divisible by 3, right? So 3 plus 6 is equal to 9. Is 9 divisible by 3? Yes, so therefore 36 is divisible by 3. So let's check again. How about number 4? Is 36 divisible by 4? What is our rule for number 4? Yes, the last 2 digits. If the last 2 digits form is divisible by 4, then that whole number is divisible by 4. Since we only have here 2 digits, no? If we only have 2 digits, you have to skip count by 4. And if you mention that number by skip counting by 4, therefore, that number is divisible by 4. So when we skip count by 4, can we mention 36? Yes. So therefore, 36 is divisible by 4. How about number 5? Is 36 divisible by 5? What is our rule for number 5? If a number ends with 0 or 5 only. So since the last digit is not 0 or not even 5, therefore 36 is not divisible by 5. Okay, how about number 6? What is our rule for number 6? If the number is divisible by both numbers 2 and 3. So we have 2 checks here. Therefore, this number or this 36 is divisible by 6. So let's check. How about number 8? Is 36 divisible by 8? What is our rule for number 8? If the number formed by the last 3 digits is divisible by 8, then that number is divisible by 8. So since we don't have 3 digits here, skip count by 8. So 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. So it's not divisible by 8. Okay. How about 9? What is our rule for number 9? Just like number 3. Yes, we have to add the digits, and if the sum is divisible by 9, therefore that number is divisible by 9. So let's add the digits. So 3 plus 6 is equal to 9. So can we divide 9 by itself? Of course, because it will give us 1 as a quotient. So therefore, it is divisible by 9. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting out of ink. Okay, how about number 10? Can we divide 36 by 10 without remainder? No, just by one glance. Okay? So the last digit is not 0. So that's why it is not divisible by 10. Because a number is divisible by 10 if it ends with 0 only. Okay. How about number 11? Is it divisible by 11? No. Okay. And the last one is 12. Is 36 divisible by 12? What is our rule for number 12? Still remember? Okay. If it is divisible by both numbers 3 and 4, therefore the number is divisible by 12. Since we have checked under number 3 and under number 4, therefore 36 is divisible by 12. Okay, now let's count the number of checks. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This number of checks, or the total number of checks that we have, represents the number of ways, okay, on how Mr. Pascual can split up the class. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways. Okay? So we have already answered the first question. So there are 6 ways. Alright. And the second question is what? Okay? What are the different ways can Mr. Pascual split up the class? Okay, so this time we're going to divide 36 by the numbers that has checks. Okay, so let me erase this first. 36 divided by 2, that is equal to 18. Okay, how about 36 divided by 3? What's the answer? We have 12. How about 36 divided by 4? So 36 divided by 4. What is our answer? We have 9. Okay. How about 36 divided by 6? So 36 divided by 6, that is equal to 6. Okay. How about 36 divided by 9? Okay. After 6, we have 9. What's the answer? We have 4. Okay. And the last one, 36 divided by 12. What's the answer? We have 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We now have the 6 ways, and let's identify what are the number of groups and how many pupils are in each group. Since 36 is the number of total number of pupils in the class, therefore, these numbers 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, and 12 are the number of groups. Okay? And the answers here are the number of pupils per group. So, let's have 36 divided by 2. So, it means there are 2 groups. 2 groups of 18 pupils. Okay? And the next way is 3 groups of how many pupils? We have 12 pupils. The next one is 4 groups of 9 pupils. And we have 6 groups of 6 pupils. 9 groups of 4 pupils. And the last way is 12 groups of 3 pupils. So that's it. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways, and these are the different ways on how Mr. Pascual can split up the class. Okay? I hope you learned something from today's lesson, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for you to be updated with the latest video lessons.